Hello lovely student, welcome to my next lesson on decision making, lesson 6. In this lesson I'm going to focus specifically to Boolean operators, and I'm going to be looking at the AND, OR and NOT operator. So all we have done thus far was relational operators, where we looked at the equality operator, the not equal to operator, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. So what happens if I want to check a number between a certain range? So there I need to use some sort of comparison using a logical operator. So just in mathematics, we have order of precedence, we use the BODMAS rules. Boolean operators also have an order of precedence. So the NOT operator in this table shows you that it has the highest level of precedence, and the relational operators have the lowest level of precedence. So let's take a look at one of the logical operators, and I'm going to be looking at the AND operator. So if we want to check a condition where we're comparing two numbers, if a number is between this number and that number, both inclusive, I would use the AND operator. So let's look at an example. I've got an example here, I number greater than or equal to 0 and I number less than or equal to 100. So when you're comparing two conditions using the AND operator, you must have brackets around each of the conditions. So let's look at, if I had to test if I number equals -5, in my first condition I'm checking, is -5 greater than or equal to 0? My condition evaluates to false. And is -5 less than or equal to 100, my condition evaluates to true. Using the AND operator, false and true, my end result is false. Take the next example of 102. I'm now checking, is I number 102, is 102 greater than or equal to 0? My condition 1 is true. And is 102 less than or equal to 100? Evaluates to false. True and false. My end result is false. In my third example of a value of 67, is 67 greater than or equal to 0? It evaluates to true. And is 67 less than or equal to 100? It evaluates to true. True and true, my end result is true. So in an example where you have both conditions are false, false and false, my end result will be false. Using the logical OR operator, it's also used to compare two logical statements, and each logical statement can only return true or false. So in condition 1, if condition 1 is true or condition 2 is true, my end result is true. If condition 1 is true or condition 2 is false, my end result is true. If condition 1 is false or condition 2 is true, my end result is true. If both conditions are false, either condition 1 is false or condition 2 is false, my end result is false. So using the OR operator, it is true if either one of the conditions is true or if both are true. Is false if both conditions are false. The logical NOT operator. the not operator can be put in front of a condition to negate the condition. So it converts the condition to the opposite. Not condition. So let's look at an example. I could have said, if I number not equal to 10, equivalent to that using the not operator, I am now using not I number equals to 10. So if this condition is true, the not operator converts it to false. If the condition is false, using the not operator, it converts it to true. Some tricks using and, or, and not. The and operator is useful for between conditions. Example, is x greater than or equal to 80? And is x less than or equal to 100? The or operator is useful for either side of conditions like, is x less than 80 or is x greater than 100? The not operator is useful for conditions that have a not in them when we speak naturally. It's not raining. Not be raining equals true. More tricks. Don't use and, or, and not when you don't need to. For example, instead of not x equals 5, I could just simply say, is x not equal to 5? Do not forget that you need to use brackets around your conditions. It makes the conditions easier to read, but also it prevents unexpected errors. If you do not have it in brackets, you would get an error in Delphi. Thank you, students, for listening. Stay motivated, stay inspired, and keep an eye for my next video.